Welcome back to Character Select, where, guess what the solution is to this puzzle? If we ran out of air halfway through, you know what we need to do?
Go back up and get more.
You take a deep breath, filling your lungs to near bursting, and head for the depths below. That's the answer.
Prepare yourself for diving. Now you can go disable those bombs so the Foot Clan can't blow up the bridge.
And you can find out that Master Shredder has been kidnapped?
Master Splinter.
Whatever. It's been so long since I've anythinged. Look.
I can't even.
A glowing gem is situated on top of a boulder. Look at gem.
Quantum Gemerald.
Take gem. Look at gem. Glowing gem provides a gentle illumination. It's actually in the third game. I think they call it Aurum or Aurium. I'm not really sure which, but apparently glowing is what it does. Oh, and by the way, if you just dive again, he's still not smart enough to actually take a deep breath. And you get 2 points for doing it on the way there, and 2 points for doing it on the way back.
Sweet, delicious points.
This might actually be a game where we can get all 250 points. Although, do you want to see...
Swim so slow. Slow.
Do you want to see the most ridiculous thing in the world? Because I totally forgot about this.
Sure.
We win. You're the most bitchin' adventure game player in the world. No, make that the entire universe. All those other silly saps struggle and toil through puzzle after puzzle. You have found a way to cheat yourself to the end. Is America great or what? And we have 5 more points than the maximum.
We're the best. End the series. Well, thanks for watching, everyone.
And we're back.
Oh. Back in the swamp.
Mm-hmm.
Swamps
sweet,
of
sweet,
sadness.
Delicious swamp. Wet ones and dry ones. This tree is dead. The bark must have fallen off years ago. It bears no foliage. Which is important because all the other trees were sticky. So this...
Karate chop it. Karate chop the tree. Darn.
That would advance the game in no way.
Push tree.
This tree is dead and seems to be free of the slick secretions some of the others generate. You begin to shinny your way up the snag. Crack!
Man,
Holy log jams, Batman! You almost ate the big one!
That's what I was trying to do with the punching and the kicking.
And then we move on. Because we don't want to fall over a cliff. Nope! You have been snared. Suspended above the ground, you are unable to move freely. And that's pretty much it. There's a lot of moments in this game where Roger just can't do anything. After a while, the cerebral fireworks begin. Capillaries begin to burst under the strain. You pass out. Once again, time passes. And then some more time passes. While unconscious, you have the strangest of dreams. You imagine that your name is Larry. You're wearing something known as a leisure suit, apparently made of 100% synthetic materials and proven to generate large amounts of static electricity. While prowling a locale known as the Land of the Lounge Lizards, you spend your time badgering women of the area to participate in bizarre mating rituals, such as, just then consciousness begins to creep in. Your captor appears to be that large oaf sitting near the fire. It's puzzle time!
Throw the Cubix room at him.
He'd soon figure out that it wasn't food and you'd be in trouble.
Oh, I was hoping he'd pick it up and try and work on it and not be able to figure it out and get angry and then fall into the fire.
But that wouldn't help us because the cage is locked.
Well, then on fire, he'd run into the cage and burn down.
That's pretty good for later in the Space Quest series, but this is only the second game. The puzzles are slightly more straightforward. The hunter seems to ignore you. Hunter stands and takes a long look in your direction. His face, though strange in its own right, bears an expression one might see on a freak show patron. He moves closer. Upon impact with the ground, the spore opens and spews its dust into the air. The hunter falls to the ground paralyzed. Time limit.
Fucking sand.
Looks as though the spore proved quite effective in this instance. Search hunter. Search the large, not to mention uncleansed, body of the hunter. You find a key that might unlock the cage. Other than that, you find only a few assorted parasites cling to him.
Lovely.
And take possession of the key. And what do we take before we leave? His rope.
Yeah.
Because god damn it, if I'm going to be eaten alive, I want something for it. Hey look, it's the landing platform. We also have a time limit on this screen because eventually a hovercraft shows up and kills us, so we're just going to leave. There's a lot of places in the game where you don't want to hang around. Alright. Time for more cliff times. Climb on log. So we have a rope, and we have nowhere else to go, so we might as well go down. But...
might as well.
That log doesn't seem very safe, so...
You're right next to it. Shut up.
Head over the edge and down the rope. Ah! Looks like that stump wasn't a good thing to tie onto. How are you supposed to know that?
Especially after you tried kicking and hitting it so many times.
I mean, there is kind of a logic thing going on here where the log can obviously hold your weight now. So, why would you ever tie it to the stump?
Because it looks sturdier than the log.
I suppose. So the rope only lets us get to here, and there's nowhere else to go, so what do we do?
You have to swing. But you have to do something about that thingy on the right there. He looks grumpy.
This takes a moment to build some momentum.
Da, 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 da.
We should play Fate of Atlantis. I've never played it.
I played a bit of it, and you know what? I played another. Damn it. What is it? Indiana Jones and the Infernal Machine.
I never played that one either.
That one's actually pretty fun.
There's also Indiana Jones and what is it? The Last Crusade, which is supposed to be pretty good. Oh look, it's a dark cave.
We have glowstone.
You have to be specific about how you do it. If you go too far in, something eats your leg and you die.
The Gru.
There we go. The room is illuminated by its glow. You hear a small shriek and the sound of many footsteps moving away. I don't know if it's probably not a Gru.
Well, you don't know.
Whee! The ground below your feet disappears. You tumble down through the darkness. I like that he takes a moment to dust himself off. I don't know why. The dwellers mumble something. The translator responds with, "Follow us, beanpole." They hurry away. So here's
something on the ground to pick up.
Yes. Where?
That little thing. Oh, I can't point to it, but it's that little hat-looking thing there.
Right here?
Yeah, that thing.
Yeah, do you know what it is? This is one of those dick... No, this is one of those dick moves by the game. What were we doing just before we fell down that hole?
Walking through a cave.
While doing what?
Holding the gem.
Which was not in our pockets, and therefore...
It was in the... Right.
We don't have it in our inventory anymore. If you don't take the gem from the ground, you are fucked in the next sequence.
Hey,
look, it's a chieftain. Welcome to our canyon. You look to be from out of town. Thanks. On behalf of all of us, I would like to thank you for saving our compadre from the hunters. If you don't do it, you're fucked here too. You are welcome to stay in the canyon as long as you like. When you are ready to leave, simply say the word and my assistants will show you the only way out for a being of your size. When you leave, however, we must seal the exit behind you for our own protection. Goodbye and good luck. Alright. So what's the word?
Bird.
This drove my family nuts for weeks.
What did he ask you to do?
He said, and when you're ready to leave, simply say the word and my assistants will show you out of the canyon.
Okay.
This drove my family nuts
The
for
word.
weeks. Drove
Say the
them
word.
nuts for weeks. And I figured it out at 6 years old.
That's what I just told you.
Oh man, it was super infuriating.
Oh my god, that is so stupid.
Because you know the way Sierra games work.
It's a dad joke. It's written by a husband and wife.
Next time on Character Select, we'll go down into this crazy hole in the ground that's probably entirely safe.